Oracle has introduced major Java features in this version, which everyone should know. Hi all, welcome to the channel Tech Trek, and in this video we will be learning about the features which got introduced in this version. So I have listed down all the features which was included in this version. So if you could see, pattern matching is one of them. Record patterns, it is also similar to the pattern matching. Then virtual threads, scored values, and structured concurrency to handle concurrency efficiently, and then foreign function and memory APIs. We will go through each of them one by one in the video. So let's get started. So first one is pattern matching for switch case. So let's understand this with an example. If you could see this example here, this is a main class where in switch case we can match a pattern with which is object, and it will match with the integer type, string type, or number type. Like here this object, this is a string type, right? So it will print this is string value. If you could see, so quickly we will run and see. So here if you could see, it is printing the string message. But let's say we are changing the message, then it will be again it is a string, so it will print the same. But once I remove this double quotes, it becomes integer now. So if I run this code, it will print the integer message, like it's an integer. So here if you could see, so earlier it was not there, so in this version we can match with the objects as well. And the second one which we could see is record pattern match. So let's understand this as well with an example. So here if you could see, this is an record, right? Person is declared as an record class. And here it has two variables, name and age. As it is record, so it is final, it cannot be inherited further, and these are final variables for that class. So here we are creating object for this, and in switch pattern we are matching this created object with the class declaration, right? So obviously it will get matched, and it because it is type of person, right? So if you could say, it is printing the value which we have printed since this switch case has matched here. So in this way we can use this switch to match, to do pattern matching with the records as well. So it can be applied on records or objects or variables or anything. So and here also it also introduces one more feature, like destruction. If you see, this person is a class, right? But it has two variables, name and age. Instead of accessing that name and age with the getters, and here we are deconstructing this, and we are able to access that name variable here itself, name and age both. So this is one of the additional feature which we get here. And yeah, let's to clarify that, let's see another example. Here if you could see, this is seal classes, so this matching is applicable on seed classes as well. Here if you see, this shape class is an interface and it is declared as sealed. What sealed is, I have explained in my previous video as well. Do check out that, and otherwise I will go with one liner for this. Like seal class is a class, when a declare class is declared as a seal class, here we provide the list of classes which can inherit this. Only these circle and rectangle class can inherit this shape, like which can implement, since it is an interface here. So if you could see, this circle class implements shape, and the circle class is declared as record. So this cannot be inherited further, but anyways this is inheriting shape, implementing shape, right? Then the similarly for rectangle as well, it is also implementing shape. So let's come to our pattern matching example. So here if you could see, new class object is created and it is getting matched here. So if you could see, we will quickly run and see, it will, we've matched with this circle case, right? So it will print the value for radius, right? As we talked about deconstruction in the last example. So here you could see this is getting matched, right? So as we declare here C, so what it does is we are binding this circle object to a variable C, and therefore we can access this C dot get radius, right? But uh, deconstruction thing also we can apply here, since it is int type radius variable, right? We can map it to here and we can access it here directly. So this is what I mean with this deconstruction. We cannot need to have this getter methods to get that to access the member functions, right? Hope this was clear with this example. So let's move to the another one. Next one is virtual threads. So thread, what is a thread? Thread is the smallest unit of execution, right? In a process, like in a process, the smallest task which we execute is called a thread. And in this thread comes with concurrency, if you see. So what is concurrency? Concurrency is like ability to perform multiple tasks at the same time. Like we can perform a task 1, task 2, n number of tasks in parallel. It can be performed in two ways, right? Like running multiple threads in parallel on different cores, or interleaving execution of the task can happen, like time sharing for minimum milliseconds, like point millisecond one task is getting executed, then second one, then it is switched to third one, then returning back to the first one to execute and finish it. So in that way also we can perform concurrency. So here let's see on virtual threads. This is kind of thread. We will see with the example here. We'll see. Yes, here. So here virtual thread, we are creating a virtual thread of virtual function, right? And it starts a virtual thread and it is executing this, printing this method, right? This join, what is this join function do? This join function will wait until the main function, like main function execution will wait until all the virtual thread execution finishes off. So this join function is here. Then here in next what we are doing is executor service. So what executor service is doing, this is unconcurrency API, right, to handle concurrency executor service. So it will handle all the virtual thread tasks here. And here we are submitting, like we are creating these many number of tasks in the loop, and which will get executed, right? So this is the example. We'll see here how this works. So if you see first thing, this virtual thread method, this message got executed and it's printed here. Then this in concurrency, this submitted task got executed, right? So here it is very lightweight, right? Thread is very lightweight, and it is scalable as well. And here this virtual thread thing simplified the concurrency to handle of concurrency, right? Here we can declare virtual threads and it will take care of everything. And it reduced the switching overhead as well, and it structured the concurrency support. So this get rid of OS thread, which had some limitations, right? So instead of OS thread handling concurrency, we can use this virtual threads one. So yeah, hope this is clear. We'll move to next one. Next one is scoped variable. So scoped variable is the value which needs to be accessible within a scope, or like within that specified scope, like thread or local storage, or like we have some sensitive data, right, which we want to be used in the same context, not outside of that. So for that we can use the scope variables. Next is structured concurrency. So this is this provides a model, concurrency model, which structured all the concurrency thing, right? So here life cycle of all concurrency also got enhanced, like auto garbage collection happens in this scoped variables and structured concurrency if we use. So uh, this got added up in this version. I will just show the example here. So here if you see scope variable example, both examples we could see here, we are declaring the scope, right? We are creating a structured task scope, and we are submitting tasks, multiple tasks to this scope, and we are using the scope variables inside this block only, not outside of that, right? So it will be accessible here, and it will be, once it will be executed, it will wait and it will print this. So if you see this code, we will run this quickly and see the examples, right? So task 1 got executed, task 2 got executed, it waited for the both the tasks to finish, and then it got completed, right? So this is an example. Here scope is defined for the scope, for the thread, for the local storage thing, and a structure, like a structure concurrencies is structuring all the concurrency and handling them in a efficient way. So this is an example for this. Next one is foreign function and memory API. So to access Java heap other than Java heap memory, off heap memory, we have some native APIs. So it allows us to access off memory, off heap memories, and utilize them as well. And these things are like it is managed with Java native interfaces, right? So the introduction of this foreign functions and memory API reduces that Java interface, native interface handling, and it it allowed us to access native code and native memory very easily. So I will just show an example for this. So if you could see here, memory segment, right? So this memory segment allocates memory, and it is allocating memory of native of if memory, it is allocating for 100 bytes first line. Then second one, if you could see segment dot set, it is setting value, it is storing at 0th byte the value 45. Then what it is doing is it is getting the value at that stored 0th byte, 0th address. Then after that it is automatically releasing the memory, so memory cleanup is done. So if you could see, all these Java features got introduced in this version, in this Java 21 version, are related to uh, thread handling or value scoped values, is regarding to the handling the values in the multiple threads or tasks, right? Thus in the scope, and to restrict it from thread leaks and all. So this got introduced, then concurrency handling more concurrency more efficiently, so these are introduced in this version. So this is part of initiative from Oracle, like to handle the concurrency thing efficiently and simplify the concurrency and lightweight, uh, and to give a lightweight concurrency model that can handle millions of threads with low overhead. So so that's why this features got introduced in this. Hope you like the videos, and do like, share, subscribe, and follow for more.